Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
you're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weischadle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. You know, usually during the show, I get to interview some of the biggest newsmakers in the gaming and casino industries. But this week, I'm going to be joined by the House of Cards executive producer, Doug Weischadle, and we're going to actually talk about some of the biggest news stories happening in the gaming and casino industry. Whether it be casinos, sports betting, iGaming, esports, the gaming industry is constantly changing, and Doug's going to pick a couple of the biggest stories that occur in the last month, and we're going to talk about them and see what they mean for the gaming industry. So when we come back, we're talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
You may want to attend college,
but you have a full-time job and kids that need your full-time attention.
How can you possibly attend college?
You learn online at South University.
Earn your degree while you still earn a paycheck.
Take care of your future while you take care of your children.
Earn your degree any hour, any day, from anywhere.
And the credit transfer policies also make it easier to return to college.
Earn your degree online from instructors who go way beyond the classroom to help their students change their lives.
And help their students change the lives of their children.
Learn online at South University.
Call 800-829-8056.
College is a road to your destination.
And every journey begins with a starting point.
Start from South University online.
The convenience of taking classes where you want.
The flexibility of taking classes when you want.
So you can become who you want.
South University online.
Call 800-829-8056. That's 800-829-8056.
Hey, this is Dave Weischadle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of June 30th, 2025. May was a record-setting month for Pennsylvania. According to the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board, total revenue for the state for the first time exceeded $600 million. The total figure was $601.8 million, which is up 15.52% year over year. iGaming revenue in the Keystone State reached $232.8 million, and sports betting generated $59.4 million from a handle of $655.3 million. 6 members of a gambling ring were charged with cheating the Hard Rock Casino in northern Indiana out of $700,000 while playing Baccarat. Turns out the same individuals, according to court records, have allegedly conned more than 10 casinos in 5 other states in the amount of more than $1.5 million. Their alleged illegal activity occurred between July 2023 and March 2024. And finally, Caesars Palace Online Casino has partnered with Inspired Entertainment to bring Caesars Palace Wheel of Wins to Michigan. This is a hybrid dealer game which combines live dealer elements with real number generator gameplay and has been very popular in New Jersey. Each spin unlocks a variety of bonus games inspired by Las Vegas properties. Caesars Palace Wheel of Wins is available at Caesars Palace Online Casino Michigan and Caesars Sportsbook Michigan. Any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation, send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on X at HOC Radio.
You're listening to House of Cards. Check us out at houseofcardsradio.com.
We must get her back. I'll be satisfied if we get her half back. I'll take a quarterback. In fact, I'll take Notre Dame in 2 points.
Oh, you want 2 points?
I certainly do.
Well, you got 'em.
Oh!
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weischadle with you here. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Couple of esports stories to talk about here in this portion. We've got NBA involved with their normal NBA 2K video game.
Okay.
A lot of people have been looking at it and saying it's kind of stale because the last couple times it was broadcast, they had declining viewership for the NBA 2K League.
Okay. Where's this broadcast?
TikTok Live, a whole bunch of other things. And
All
also,
right.
some of it was a broadcast on ESPN.
Okay.
Or one of the ESPN
I did not know.
channels.
I have not watched an NBA video game on TV yet.
But what we have here, the NBA, video game maker Take-Two Interactive, which is they're responsible for the NBA 2K game.
Okay.
And the National Basketball Players Association, the union. They've all agreed to a multi-year extension of their partnership, which means they're going to be continuing the NBA 2K video game franchise.
Okay.
They've got some changes coming up for that as well. But they also created this new entity called NBA Take-Two Media, which is going to be expanding what their reach is, not just the NBA 2K game. They're going into original content too.
Oh, okay.
One of the shows, and I love this idea.
All right.
It's a travel series.
Okay.
You're following former NBA star Joakim Noah.
Okay.
Or Joakim Noah, however you want to say his name. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. It's not funny.
I've always said Joakim Noah.
He'll be traveling around the world to explore how basketball is played in local communities.
See,
that's their
great.
first show.
Dude,
that's their first show.
That's great. I like that.
And they're helping to do original programming in-house as well as live programming, but they're also opening the doors to social content creators as well down the road.
Great. No, I like that. No, it's good. I mean, it's you're reaching out to potential customers too of the NBA 2K.
But the NBA Take-Two Media will also reimagine the 2K League.
Okay.
They're going to be doing not just the actual gameplay, which was what the NBA 2K franchise broadcasts were all about. They're going to be incorporating storylines with off-the-screen entities like the players themselves, the team owners. They're going to be doing a lot of storytelling along with the broadcasts, which is going to be kind of fun to watch.
All right. Well, you know what? Well, for me, nothing can replace the glory and the majesty of the Atari 2600 basketball game with the two players, and I always had a great shot. I always went to the corner and took that long shot, and it always went in. So
yeah, that was the loophole in the game.
Was it really? I thought I was just very skilled at it.
No, that was the loophole in the programming of the game. For some reason, you get into that one corner.
There should be a league for that basketball game.
That'd be interesting.
Bring it back.
Would be interesting.
Guys in their 50s and 60s playing the.
Or
Atari
old NBA
2600
players. Or old NBA players.
That wasn't a big thing with NBA players.
No,
this thing is because it's got stats and it's.
This is very. I tried to play this one time.
I've never played it. I've never.
I can't get a handle on it.
I think I've played the Atari one more than I ever played that thing.
But under the expansion of the deal here, NBA 2K is going to be around for years to come. They've already sold over 150 million copies of the game in its lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going over, we've got the esports World Cup coming up.
Did we just talk about that last week?
It's constant. There are new stories coming out.
I think it's
end of July it begins.
It's in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, but it begins at the end of July.
Oh, it hasn't even started yet?
Nope.
The end of July?
End of July.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. The beginning of July, end of June.
End of June, beginning of July.
After 4th of July, it begins.
Oh, well, then it's not in June. It's
there's stuff leading up to it. There's opening ceremonies, everything else.
Yeah, I was just watching on TV. There was a FIFA. You talk about the World Cup. This has nothing to do with esports, but the FIFA World Cup. Why are they having games right now? Is it like
they're opening games?
It's
they're preliminary games.
Yeah, but the World Cup is next year. So why? I don't know what the hell they're doing with the World Cup now.
But Esports World Cup.
You see, I'm really in tune with the soccer world.
I'm not following. There's too much going on.
It's happening in my state.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the hell's going on with it.
But what we have here is the Esports World Cup Foundation. In order to generate even more madness around the Esports World Cup coming up, they brought back Cristiano Ronaldo as the global brand ambassador for the Esports World Cup 2025.
Wow. Okay.
Now, he did this way back last year. Actually, in 2023. He did this for the Esports World Cup in 2023, leading up to their 2024 inaugural season. He was their global ambassador for that.
And he was Esports World. 2024 was the inaugural season.
And he was actually there at the championship announcements and at the end, the closing ceremonies. He served over the closing ceremonies.
Okay.
This year, he's just doing the lead up to the 2025. No word on whether or not he's going to be hanging around throughout the entire thing, but he's going to be leading the global campaign throughout the entire event up until the final ceremonies. No word on whether or not he's going to participate. Maybe they're keeping that under wraps, but
they wouldn't keep that under wraps. They would tell him where he'd
no one knew he was going to be.
Go get the crowds going.
From what I understand, no one knew he was going to be part of the final ceremony.
No, I didn't.
Last year either.
I didn't know he was even involved in anything with regard to esports.
But with him, he's got 650 million followers on Instagram, 115 million on X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call the damn thing, and 75 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. So that's a lot of eyes on the Esports World Cup again for this year.
All right.
And the last one, we're actually going to stay closer to home for this. We just talked about Saudi Arabia. Blast, which puts on the Rocket League Championship Series.
Okay.
The RLCS. That's what they call it.
Okay, okay. I think I know what this
Cars
is.
Playing soccer.
I was going to say cars and soccer. I didn't want to say it because I wasn't quite sure, but I thought it was cars and soccer.
Cars with lasers on their hoods or their roofs playing soccer.
Okay.
And you can shoot people as well as the ball and everything else during the game. And all
right.
that stuff.
Okay.
They are now signed up with a brand new partner in Visit Raleigh.
Okay. What is that, a visitor and convention
bureau? The very first time a CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau organization, is partnering with an esports team for the Rocket League. This is the very first time Rocket League's getting one of those.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting. You're going to be seeing the CVB's logos integrated into the event's broadcast, TikTok Live again, as well as some of the other channels. They're also going to be on-site branding for Visit Raleigh.
Okay.
There's going to be commercials for Visit Raleigh everywhere. And it's kind of interesting. Raleigh is now going to be kind of front and center with a lot of these things. Raleigh also did the ESL 1, the US Dota 2 event, was also operated by ESL.
All right.
They also did the LCS Spring Finals of League of Legends. So they've been getting more and more involved.
I didn't
know
that was
here.
A big spot for esports, but good for them. I'm glad the Convention and Visitor Center is getting more involved, or Visitor Bureau, or whatever you call it.
Well,
I'm glad they're getting more involved with it.
The tech industry in Raleigh is huge.
Okay, well, great.
This makes perfect sense in terms of esports industry going with a tech-centered, savvy area of the country, which is Raleigh. So it's nice to see this.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I hope more convention and visitor bureaus get involved with some of these things because it's a great way to drum up tourism.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm glad they're doing something like that. I'm glad they're getting behind esports.
We're going to take a quick break right now. House of Cards, stick with us.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audien Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation, and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audienhearing.com to get your pair of Audien hearing aids starting at just $189.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Whoa! I think we got a show.
Oh, yeah, we got a show.
We definitely got a show.
Oh, yeah, there's a show. Hey, it's all about ratings, baby, and we got them.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weischadle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with House of Cards executive producer Doug Weischadle, talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month.
Well, I typically leave the second exit for esports.
Okay.
And technically this is an esport we're going to be talking about, but it's more along the lines of what the company has chosen to do with their software.
All right.
Sports Interactive. They're the guys who created and have continually updated Football Manager, which is a soccer series where you play the manager of a soccer team and you manage a team throughout a full season.
Oh, okay.
And you play against other managers.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And when it first came out, it was all text-based. It was all stats. There was no graphical aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's been moving along. It actually was breaking records in terms of how many people were playing it. Football Manager 24, which is considered the most played edition in the series history. 7 million players played it.
Yeah. Well, this is like
$91 million in revenue for the company.
Sports for soccer.
It's technically.
Or
it's not
football.
really.
I was going to say football, but I just
to
delineate it easily for people out there listening. Soccer, football.
But what they've done, and according to everything that you see in the history of Football Manager, they did change the world of soccer a little bit in terms of they made soccer fans more statistically literate.
Okay.
Because you actually the fans are actually playing this, and they're starting to understand the statistical side more so than just the gameplay side.
Yeah, no,
which is great to see.
I think these things are great.
Teams and leagues use some of their databases to actually manage their real teams.
I mean, there are college courses in sports management and things like that where these things can be really great. You know.
And what this game did was they introduced players and fans of the game itself to new soccer leagues, new players, new teams. It expanded the world of soccer to a lot of people.
Sure.
Which, all for that. Now, when it came to Football Manager 2024, like I said, most played edition in the series, 7 million players, $91 million in revenue in 2024 alone for the company.
Okay.
Football Manager 2025, which was supposed to be coming out pretty soon, they have now halted production on.
Oh, why? I mean, we're in 2025 now.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be out by now?
Well, first of all, it wasn't going to be a sequel to Football Manager 2024. They had planned on a lot of more graphics, making it more of a video game aspect of it than it was just statistical.
Mm-hmm.
They also had a deal with the Premier League.
Oh, wow.
Where their setup was going to be officially licensed by the Premier League for use in the league. They were going to have, I guess, their own version of Football Manager for their fans as well.
Oh,
so all that was all coming together. They were going to include women's soccer for the first time.
Wow, great.
A huge increase in the database, a different game engine that was going to be used. And at some point they realized we're not going to be able to do this.
Oh. The way you're talking, I mean, it seems very ambitious. I mean, it
compared
seems,
to the previous versions,
it seems like a huge undertaking. So,
Well, it's a good indication of how doing a game like Football Manager one way and then trying to bring it into the world of graphically enhanced, visually almost AI type of situations isn't as easy as you think it is.
Okay.
And they took the unprecedented step of canceling the version, which that may or may not end up doing something to Sports Interactive as a company, because they don't really do anything else.
Did they push it off so they can make a better 2026?
They canceled it, and they are now going to go for Football Manager 2026.
Well, now I got to tell you, I can't wait to see Football Manager 2026, because you know what? We took a year off to make the 2026 one better. So it might work out, to their benefit.
I'm just wondering what happened to the contract with the Premier League. Does that get
I will
pushed
guarantee
off?
you, people will be dying to see Football Manager 2026.
I wonder if there was any kind of penalty provisions in the contracts.
Probably.
I mean, the Premier League was banking on this.
Were they banking on it?
I don't know.
I don't know what the Premier League Premier League
the
is.
Premier League is always looking for new avenues to increase their,
but they're
their
so successful,
viewership.
and they're so good, and they're so successful at what they do. I don't know if they bank on any outside resource.
Well, if they also use their database, we don't know. I mean, there's so many different things that weren't released in terms of the behind the scenes stuff in this decision to actually just cancel the game.
I just think it just seems like such a big. It's a big undertaking, because there are so many moving parts and so many things that have to be determined on other people and other parties and other things. So it's probably a good idea that let's push off 2025 and make 2026 incredible. So,
and if this is,
I think it's a good idea.
If this maneuver is successful, instead of companies releasing game patches or game updates every year, we may start seeing them do every other year, every couple of years, to really make an impact in the industry. This might be a precedent-setting move down the road, where it looks like it's a bad move at the front.
If it makes them more money, it's a good move. So, hey, we'll see.
Almost every month we're seeing something unique with regards to esports betting in this country.
Yep.
And, some states are ahead of the curve, some states are behind the curve. New Jersey just threw a complete curveball at people here because of what they have just proposed or reviewing. The New Jersey legislature is reviewing a bill that would expand the betting opportunities for what they call competitive video gaming, esports, basically.
Good. They call it competitive video gaming.
Competitive video gaming.
Okay.
And there's this bill, there's a companion bill in the Senate. There's one in the Assembly right now. They're both being considered. It's got some good parts, got some really questionable parts. And
well, like any piece of proposed legislation, it's got to be worked out. It's got to be compromised on, and we'll see what happens.
Here are the good parts. Or at least these are what I think are the good parts. The proposed bill, both of them, seek to establish 2 separate esports-only betting skins. Okay. Currently, right now, if you want to do esports betting only, you still have to go to one of the current licensees and take one of their skins to make it esports only.
You basically,
whatever's available right now
is you have to partner with a land-based entity in New Jersey,
right? And
they have a certain amount of skins, which means a certain amount of. Do you call it sub-licenses kind of thing?
Skins.
Well, people who are listening who aren't part of the gaming industry, they hear skins. They don't know what
another
that means.
online face, if you want to call it that.
But, a platform kind of thing. So,
but this would seek to create 2 separate esports-only skins. So if you're looking to create an esports betting site and nothing else, this bill...
Only 2 in New Jersey, or 2 per...
2 per license.
Okay, all right.
This is actually... really interesting to see. Well, actually, the way it's worded, it could go either way right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 2 separate esports-only skins in the state is how they're calling it.
All right.
But when you use the word skins, you're talking about somebody already have a license and giving it out already. But this is strictly for esports betting, which helps generate or create an additional opportunity if you just want to do esports betting alone.
Sure.
Also, the bill gives the Division of Gaming Enforcement Authority to designate a casino or authorized venue hosting an esports event as the exclusive operator for placing wagers on that competition.
Okay, good.
So, I think we've been to a couple esports tournaments down in Atlantic City.
Sure.
And whatever, under this bill, the Division of Gaming Enforcement would nominate or designate. That's the word I'm looking for. The place where it's being held as the official operator, if it has a license.
Okay.
I'm assuming it can only be in a place where it has a license to be designated
I don't know.
as the exclusive operator.
Well, that's got.
I mean, I don't see the Atlantic City Convention Center having a gaming license.
Maybe
that would actually be kind of smart on their part.
But maybe that'll be worked out. Like I said, it's proposed legislation. They got to talk about it. They got to put it through committees. They got to compromise. It's thing they'll be taken out and put in. So we'll. It's a whole process this has to go through.
See, that actually, now that I said that, the Atlantic City Convention Center, maybe they would be in the market for an esports betting skin.
Yeah.
They can be the venues.
Yeah, one of the places we went to for a esports event was Hard Rock.
Yeah.
We just talked about Hard Rock.
That automatically...
I have their T-shirt on, so we were there. Yeah.
But that automatically already has a gaming license.
Sure.
I'm talking about someplace that doesn't
someplace
have
with a non-gaming license. Yeah. Well,
now here's the questionable part of the bill, or the bills, I should say, because both of them have this. The bill would allow competitors to place bets on their own performance or the performance of their own team, provided they meet the minimum legal gambling age in New Jersey.
Okay.
You're betting on yourself. Now, that opens the door to a lot of manipulation.
I mean, if you're treating it like a sport,
yeah,
you should treat it like a sport and not have... Well, that's one of the things... We're talking about legislation. I'm wondering if the esports groups will have their own policies in place. I mean, this could become law, and that thing could be in it about you can bet on yourself and you bet on your team. But if there's a esports organization that's holding the event, maybe they have their own separate policy saying you can't bet on your own team or you can't bet on yourself or something like that. So I see it's one of those things where you have to wait to see. We can talk about what's written on paper till the cows come home, but in practical, real life situations, there's going to be policies that affect this. So.
But it does open the door to quote unquote the problem of match fixing. Because if you're able to bet on yourself, I'm going to underperform, so I'm going to bet all the unders on myself and on my team.
That's what I mean.
It opens the door to a lot of questionable activities participating in the tournament.
That's why, even if this stays in the proposed legislation, there might be esports organizations that have their own policies that go further and make rules based on the event.
Given that statement there, even if the esports organization has that policy in place and somebody bets on themselves in a tournament, they can just say, well, I abided by the law of the state.
Yeah, well...
I think right now it's too early to say,
like I said,
this is not a good idea. It's probably a decent idea if you put the right safeguards in it. It's something to explore.
Like I said, I am sure this is going to go through different forms, and this might be taken out, or
it might be amended out.
Stuff like that. So I'd be very curious to see what the opinions are on these proposed legislations. I'm sure the legislators are going to get a lot of commentary on this from a lot of people in the esports industry and whatever. But so it'd be interesting to keep watching how this evolves over the next couple of months.
Well, the bill's already passed out of one of the committees in the Assembly, so the language was approved by the committee.
Okay.
I don't know if that really holds any weight when it goes in front of the entire Assembly.
That's one step.
The Senate's a whole other issue.
Then
the governor has the ultimate say with the veto, but it'll be interesting to see where they go. That language in and of itself is problematic. It's got to be ironed out or amended in a certain way to provide some additional safeguards, or it turns over that decision-making to the esports organization holding the tournaments.
Yeah. So that's going to evolve. So this, what it says here coming out of committee doesn't mean it's going to be in any kind of legislation. So
we're going to take a quick break right now. House of Cards, stick with us. Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand.
Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With costs going up, Adam & Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Where was the house? Where was the house of cards?
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weischadle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with House of Cards executive producer Doug Weischadle, talking about some of the biggest gaming and casino news stories of the month.
Okay. And we're moving over to some esports betting information and some esport betting deals to talk about here. We're moving over to esports betting.
Okay.
We've got Odin, O-D-D-I-N.
Is it Odin or Odin? It must be Odin.
Well, Odin is their logo.
Yeah.
But it's Odin.
Odin is the Viking god.
Right.
And
which
Odin,
is their logo.
And Odin is puts the word odd in,
yes.
Which if you want to bet, that's odds. I
Exactly.
see what they're doing there. So
they have announced two deals. One for the U.S., one for the Canadian audiences. We've got a deal with ESPN Bet in the United States, and a deal with the Score Bet in Canada.
Okay.
Overall, both deals are with Penn Entertainment. It's going to be able to allow Odin and their platform to increase their customer base, as well as solidify both the ESPN Bet and the Score Bet as two big esports betting platforms.
That's great. That's great.
So it's kind of fun to see exactly what they're doing there.
That's a market that's emerging right now. Esports betting, there's been talk about it over the last couple of years. It's kind of taking shape now.
Yes.
So it's great to see what's happening here and in Canada. So
and Odin's platform is basically a complete platform for esports betting. They've got odds feeds, live data, risk management, and a toolkit of engagement features.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So can't have betting without engagement.
Okay.
We've got two, one involving Baze Esports and one involving sports information systems.
All right.
Baze Esports just did another deal or expansion of their deal with ESL Faceit, which is that new platform that allow the esports leagues use to connect with fans through Meta and a couple other platforms. Baze. I'm looking at the spelling.
B-A-Y-E-S.
It's Baze Esports, and I apologize to Baze Esports. They are now going to be including the Baze live match predictions feature into the services they provide ESL Faceit.
Okay.
You can actually predict the outcome of a match or the likelihood of an outcome and bet on that outcome. It's almost near instantaneous as it's going. They call it the real-time probability percentage.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, boy. It sounds,
big way of saying it happens as it's going on.
It sounds so scientific. I guess it is.
Well, it's all technical. Yeah, it's a lot of technical jargon, but it's the Baze live match predictions will actually increase the esports betting industry, lower latency. A lot of people are going to be watching to see how this goes, because one of the other aspects of this predictions feature, it allows ESL Faceit to open up their broadcasts and their betting stuff to other advertising partners.
Okay.
They can actually tag them into this feature, almost sponsoring the odds, that sort of thing. So
everyone has a predicting game now. That's what they call it.
This isn't a predicting. This is just esports betting.
I know, but everything's predicting and stuff like that.
You can't. Well, that's how you get around some of this logistical stuff. You could call betting predictive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and sports bettors are sports investors.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of thing, so.
But that's good to see. It's another expansion of the esports betting industry. The other one, sports information systems. Now, we've talked about them in the past before. Mm-hmm. They're the group that has the H2H Global Gaming League.
Okay.
Basically, it's an in-house esports industry that they have.
Interesting.
They have players that do e-soccer and e-basketball. They have their own players, unnamed or sometimes names on them, I don't know. But players playing FIFA.
Okay.
And NBA 2K matches 24/7.
Wow. Okay. Where can I see these things at? I want to if I want to view this, where can I
go to FanDuel and Bet365 because they just did deals with them.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
The H2H Global Gaming League has expanded in the U.S. with FanDuel and Bet365. Now it's going into Latin America and Europe with this deal that they've done with NovaBet.
Okay.
So NovaBet's going to be carrying these in-house produced esports tournaments. They're short esports tournaments, 24/7. You can bet on them. They're designed so that all the different individual prop bets or match bets that you can have on these types of games are going to be there and have a consistent revenue stream for the sportsbook partners they have.
I think the best thing the the esports industry did, if you want it bet on, and if you want more viewers, is to shorten up these tournaments. You know,
these are very short. These are not
best,
even.
That's the best thing they could have done if you want more people watching it and more people betting on it, because they did what the MLB did. You know, quicken up the games. Quicken up the game so people will watch it.
So this is an esports version of what virtual sports are. They're running 24/7.
Okay.
These esports tournaments are running 24/7. They have nothing to do with the esports industry as a whole kind of thing. This is just a product for the sportsbook operators to create the betting avenue.
Yep.
And you know what? I think what you can do with these is learn how to bet on these and then go to the esports betting for the actual not live, but the main esports tournament, like League of Legends, Valorant, and all this stuff, because none of this has anything to do with those major tournaments that are out there. This is a great product.
I know. That's one of the things. I was hesitant a couple of years ago watching these esports tournaments because they last forever. Now, you can really watch it in a good amount of time, and it's a clip, and I like it.
And these are condensed tournaments. You can have these constantly running.
Good. I like it.
Well, we're going from betting to a global esports betting monitor story that just came out.
Oh, okay.
For quarter four of 2024, as well as the fiscal year of 2024. This came out from Abios, which is one of the big esports industry monitoring systems. We've got League of Legends and Valorant combining to make up nearly 1/3 of betting handle in fiscal year 2024.
Wow.
Yes, that's up from 27% the previous year. It's not a huge jump, but that's probably a couple $1 million jump right there, 27 to 31%. It was kind of interesting to see where the age of these bettors fell into. We've got Gen Z bettors outpacing millennials in fiscal year 2024.
See, you're losing me now. I don't know what the hell. I don't even Gen Z, millennials, and I don't know. Millennials are older.
I think
millennials are older.
We're Gen Xers.
I don't know what the hell we are.
We're on like the outer edge of Gen Xers.
But millennials are older than Gen Z.
The next step is senior citizens.
Millennials are older than Gen Z, right?
Yes.
All right.
Gen Z bettors outpace millennials. 44% of the betting was done by Gen Z versus
makes sense. Younger audience.
And it's sort of not. I don't want to say it's a younger audience doing all this, but it's really not. If you look at it, there's 87% of esports betting last year, 18 to 43 range. That's how old we're looking at in terms of, Gen X is only like 11% of everything, so they're kind of on the outlier now. But the 18 to 43-year-old, the 18 is kind of disturbing that you see esports betting 18-year-olds.
Well, look, it's in different countries. It's more in Europe, I would think, and so every jurisdiction has different rules and age ranges. So you got to understand it. So.
Yep, and just like the United States betting industry, prop bets are the most popular.
Okay,
player prop bets, including. I love
well,
this
everyone
one.
has their own
total
favorite player.
Kills. Total kills by player.
Oh, really?
That's
total
a prop
kills?
bet.
All right.
That's a prop bet.
So
13% of all Counter-Strike wagers in the fourth quarter alone.
Okay.
So prop betting and live betting. Live betting is 46% of Counter-Strike betting. That's in play.
Sure.
That's their in play, which is kind of an interesting parallel to the sports betting industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's weird seeing how some of this industry is developing. The esports betting side of everything is actually paralleling everything we're seeing with the sports betting in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Look, everyone loves these games. I mean, and history. I mean, my God, we were just talking about in the introduction. We were taking pictures of our score for Activision to get patches. So yeah, I mean, this is just an extension of that. That's an evolution of what we were doing. We were getting patches for sending away in the mail, and these things weren't immediate. We had to wait months to get these things, I guess, with the mail. So
well, you mentioned
but people love it. I mean, people get involved in it.
The action games,
yeah, absolutely.
But you got we just were talking about the Pitfall and also the Chopper Command.
Chopper. We're Chopper Commandos for God's sake.
Counter-Strike is the big one right now. In the fourth quarter of 2024 alone, 64% of total betting handle was Counter-Strike. And they got the new format going on with the shorter tournaments. There's a lot more individual prop betting going on, in-play betting. The different tournament structure, I think, has helped Counter-Strike a lot here.
Well, I know they, changed the tournament structure a lot to make it more viewer-friendly and
quicker.
And quicker. So
2 out of 3 instead of 3 out of 5.
That old MLB kind of a model where, you kind of change the rules to make it move a little quicker and, make it more interesting for the viewer.
Yes, and Counter-Strike was one of the biggest tournaments. They had the Counter-Strike Shanghai Major in the fourth quarter of this past fiscal year. 28% of the total betting handle was on that tournament alone. So Counter-Strike is becoming very, very popular, and I think it's more Counter-Strike 2, which is the one with the new formats and everything else. Yeah. So kind of interesting to watch how the betting industry on the esports side is growing.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break right now. House of Cards, stick with us.
With costs going up, Adam and Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
Casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beating the House. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, sometimes the continent, sometimes even the world, talking about the latest jackpots in the casino and lottery industries. If it's $100,000 or more, we will be talking about it on this show. Game announcements, jackpot announcements, basically anything to do with the jackpot industry here.
Okay.
Info at TurnpikeSportsRadio.com. Starting off this week, we're going to be talking about a brand new game that's being launched for just the state of Michigan.
Just the state of Michigan?
Yes.
Okay.
It's already in another area of the country. It's actually in New Jersey, as a matter of fact.
Oh, all right.
This is the Inspired Entertainment's hybrid dealer Caesar's Palace Wheel of Winds. Now,
Wheel of Winds.
Well, the full name Caesar's Palace Wheel of Winds should tell you where it's going to be in Michigan.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I played this. I might have played this.
I played it. It's a fun game.
Okay, explain to me. Maybe I'll remember if I played this or not.
It's a combination of live dealer and random number generated kind of gameplay.
All right.
It's a virtual background in front of, with a live person doing the actual leading you through the game kind of thing.
Okay.
It's not like the other ones where you have multiple sets that are, but it's just one place. And the game is based on the Las Vegas Strip, and it's got different properties on the Wheel of Winds.
Okay.
And what you do is the dealer, the spinner, however you want to phrase the person running the game,
the host.
There you go.
Okay.
Couldn't think of that name, host, but anyway.
They call these things game shows, so
I haven't seen this one called a game show.
I don't.
Yet.
Most of them call them game shows.
But it's based on the Las Vegas Strip, with a lot of the properties like Caesar's Palace are on the list. It's basically any Caesar's properties on the actual wheel. They spin the wheel, and if the property falls, you bet on what property it's going to fall on, and you bet on what number it's going to fall on. That determines your prize.
I have
played this game.
You have played?
I
think I played it. Yes. The whole situation is with these live dealers is on the website. There's a section called Live Dealers, and they're all lined up, and you just click it. And yes. I think one time I think I tried them all. So because you don't have to stay there for a long time, just try one spin.
Oh, this one, no, you have to.
But I think I played this because I was going down all the live dealer game one afternoon just to check them all out. But I kind of think I played it. It's actually a very fun game. Yeah.
By the way,
it sounds like one of those classic casino games, almost like the big wheel that you put.
This
your
is
money
a game.
on and stuff
This
like
is
that.
a game I lost track of time with.
Okay.
I was playing, and before I knew it, almost an hour had passed.
So yeah, I don't.
It's a very fun game to play.
I'm pretty sure I played it. I'm pretty sure I played most of them because, like I said, one afternoon I just went right down the row.
And then you got all these bonus features, all these bonus games, all Caesar's based. Caesar's Choice, Coliseum Cash.
Okay,
that's a cool name. Trevi Fortunes instead of Trevi Fountain. Trevi Fortunes and Palace Spins. All different bonus games that are attached to the main game itself.
Okay,
and it's got even a chat function that you can actually talk to other players as well as
you can.
the host.
By the way, you can talk to the live dealer.
Yep.
You can actually, and by the way, I've seen people actually give tips. To the live dealer.
That's really why the chat function was introduced. Don't kid yourself.
But no, people. No, there is a chat function, and you can see it on screen, and people, they and the dealer usually says thank you for the tip and stuff like that. So no, it's an interesting thing.
And I was playing this one time, and I noticed something very unique from the host. The host was actually describing how to place the bets too. They were teaching the game as they were going along. I mean, that is a great thing to see.
That's the one great thing about live dealers is it makes gameplay a little easier because you kind of know what you're doing. You kind of pick it up quicker when there's a host telling you what to do and stuff like that.
Which is a nice feature.
I like
unintended as it was.
I really like live dealers, so it's one of the great things about online casinos here.
Well, like I said, this is live in New Jersey. It's been live in New Jersey for a while. It's now going over to Michigan. It's going to be on Caesar Sportsbook in Michigan, or Caesar Sportsbook and Casino is the formal name of it. And then you also have Caesar's Palace Online Casino Michigan as well. And by the way,
I'm trying to figure out where I play because I have all the Caesar kind of things. I even have Horseshoe.
I played on Caesar's Palace Online.
See, I don't know if I played it there. I don't know if it's on Caesar's Horseshoe or
it's not on Horseshoe.
I have a whole bunch of Caesar's stuff.
It's not on the Horseshoe Online Casino.
Okay,
yet,
so
it's on
must have
Caesar's,
been Caesar's
Palace
Palace.
Online
Okay,
Casino.
it must have been on Caesar's.
It could have also been the Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. It's there.
Might have been. So,
but Caesar's Palace Online Casino.
I have so many online casino apps on my phone. I have no earthly clue sometimes where I'm at. So.
Just so people know, if you go to Caesar's Palace Online Casino, use our promo code Turnpike Launch.
Turnpike Launch.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I notice it's different now. If you don't use our promo code, the sign-up offer is different.
Okay.
If you use our promo code, you get a first deposit match up to $1,000, 2,500 rewards points on your Caesars card.
That's good.
$25 to play with on the casino as well. It's a different offer if you don't use the promo code.
Okay.
It's a kind of a lesser offer, but this is for Turnpike launch. Make sure you use that code. You get the special offer.
Turnpike launch.
Yes.
Okay.
21 and older. Terms and conditions apply. Problem gambling. 800-GAMBLER.
Okay.
That's it for the game announcement. We're going to be talking casino jackpots right after this.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audion Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation, and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audionhearing.com to get your pair of Audion hearing aids starting at just $189.
Welcome back to Beating the House. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be in our casino jackpot segment, and we're going over to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Eagle Pass, as a matter of fact.
All
and
right.
when you talk Eagle Pass, you have the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel in Eagle Pass to discuss.
Okay.
Where we have a Father's Day jackpot.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Lucky Texas man. I guess a lucky local. San Antonio native.
I don't know. Texas is pretty big. You could still be in Texas and not be local to this casino.
Well, if you're from the same state, that's usually a lucky local kind of
lucky
thing.
Texan.
Lucky Texan, okay. Right. From San Antonio. Santonian, or however you want to phrase
Antonian.
it. San Antonian. He took he was playing the 1 million degree stars and bars slot machine.
I have no earthly idea what that is.
Well, as you can imagine, it's a very patriotic looking machine.
Okay, stars and bars.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's a $1 million degree stars and bars slot machine.
Million degree stars and bars.
And it's a 1 cent denomination machine. He was playing 400 credits at a shot, which was a $4 bet.
Okay.
For a jackpot. $1,256,808.56.
Wow, that's great.
That's a great Father's Day present.
Yeah,
right
wow,
there.
what a good Father's Day.
Leaving Texas, and we're heading over to California, where we're going to the Santa Ynez Chumash Casino. We have a, well, according to the press release, this was a routine visit by the Los Angeles native visiting the casino. He went to play one of their blackjack table games.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this is the Bonus Spin Extreme Power Up blackjack table game.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a linked progressive game that's tied in with this game. The Bonus Spin Extreme Power Up is tied in with normal blackjack as well as Spanish 21 and free bet blackjack. Okay. They're all linked together to create a progressive. No word on the bet size, but he actually kicked over the progressive jackpot for $313,073. Wow. He thought he did not win this.
Okay.
He thought he won $18,000 because he was looking at a different area of the table.
Okay, all right.
The dealer said, no, you didn't win $18,000. You won $313,000.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, and this is the first time the progressive has hit since June of 2024 at this casino.
Okay, so it was up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time it was hit was June 2024, like I said, $265,000 and some change.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, so
it's good that
been over a year.
It's good that a regular for the casino won that. So it's always great.
Yeah, so congratulations both to the player and also the casino.
Absolutely.
Always nice seeing big jackpots hit on a yearly basis, especially for some of these table games.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving California, we're heading right over the border to Nevada.
Okay.
Got a couple from Nevada. As a matter of fact, we've got 3 straight from Nevada.
3 straight from Nevada. Okay.
Silverton Casino. Haven't talked about them since they did their remodel. Remember, they closed down for a little bit. They're the ones with the mermaid tank in the middle of it.
Okay,
They're
that's
attached to the Bass Outlet store.
I knew I was trying to figure out what I knew the Silverton Casino for.
I got to dig out the mermaid footage I got.
So do you actually have footage?
They
of
say when we did a story for the House of Cards, the Gaming Report, they sent over some mermaid footage because we were talking about the mermaid tank being reopened.
Do they still have the mermaid?
They still have the mermaid tank.
I would think there'd be a lot of footage of mermaid stuff because everyone has a cell phone, and I'm sure that's one thing that
when they send it over to you,
sure,
that makes it a little bit more.
I'm sure it's more professionally done when it's being sent over by the Silverton Casino.
Yes.
Hopefully, you're playing it right now as we speak.
Yeah,
that's
like
why
I said, I got to dig it out.
There's more mermaid footage now. So.
But we have another visitor from California playing, and let me get this right, Face Up Pai Gow Poker. We haven't had Pai Gow in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes.
I was on a Pai Gow kick for a while there, so I was learning how to play. So I guess the big thing, if you won big in Pai Gow, means you hit the side bet kind of thing.
Well, we have a Face Up Pai Gow Poker jackpot.
And certain Pai Gow poker, you play with the jokers and stuff like that.
Well, this one involved a joker.
Oh, involved a joker?
We have a straight flush from the 5 of hearts to the jack, with the joker coming in as the 9.
Yeah, joker in some of the games are wild.
Can be used as an ace or to complete a straight or a flush.
Yeah.
On Face Up.
Yeah, in certain situations. Yeah. Okay.
So we have Mary S. from Gilroy, California.
Mm-hmm.
Not familiar with Gilroy.
No.
But this is a Wednesday morning Pai Gow player.
Good.
No word on whether it was Wednesday morning like 1, 2 a.m. versus 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
So you said Wednesday morning. I was thinking like you
coffee
just had her breakfast.
Yeah, coffee and Pai Gow.
Yeah, coffee and Pai Gow.
There we go. But no, she won with the straight flush, $213,531.56.
Huh, okay.
That's it for this week's Beating the House. As always, congratulations to the winners we talk about. We only do $100,000 or more on the show, so congratulations to everybody out there over the past week that's won a jackpot. There are a lot more out there than what we talked about. Like I said, 100,000 or more. Game announcements, jackpot announcements, new and also any other announcements regarding the properties. Bingo announcements. Love hearing from Bingo. Boy, we're
bingo
doing
announcements.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Keno, keep those coming in too. I'm seeing a lot more of those. Keno is huge over in Australia too, by the way.
Okay, all right.
And but I'll get to some Keno jackpots pretty soon. Info at TurnpikeSportsRadio.com. I'll be back next week with another collection of jackpots for our viewers and listeners.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time with House of Cards.
Drag a spot of shame across a desert plain. You build a